saw a pretty good running back this week, another one coming up. How do you feel you guys have kind of handled that challenge of a tough runner?
Yeah, I think last week we did a decent job containing Chase Brown, obviously one of the best backs in the country. And a lot of that comes down to, defeating our blocks up front, staying in our gaps. And it's going to be another big challenge this week. This guy's really good too. Obviously came back off of a Achilles injury last year. Still has almost 1,000 yards already. So it'll be a big challenge, especially up front, but we're ready for it.
Colton, you see a lot of teams in this division that want to impose their will with their offensive line. Wisconsin, Iowa certainly come to mind. Where does Minnesota fit, do you think, among those that list of programs and just their commitment to being this strong up front offense?
Yeah, I think it's a big thing to them. I think they're up there, like you said, with Wisconsin, Iowa, wanting to establish a run game. Obviously, bigger bodies, bigger O linemen, so they're obviously going to try and run the ball. So we're going to have to stop the run and make them throw it.
What's this year been like for you? I mean, just at this point in the season, you played. We thought you were going to play a lot, and you have played a lot. What's it been like going through the grind and doing this kind of for your first season like this?
Yeah, obviously this is my first season with a starting job and playing an extended amount of snaps. So obviously the recovery part is huge, Big Ten play, obviously, now. You're going to get a little beat up. You're going to be sore the next day. Taking all that. We always talk about investing our time recovering instead of spending it. So just kind of having that mindset with trying to get yourself ready for the next game, practice, stuff like that. So.
Mickey said the thing that has stood out to him about this league, coaching in the first time, is how many 23, 24-year-olds there are, and just some in the trenches. Is that something, especially in the trenches, you got to really stack up experience and guys who've been around a while?
Yeah, I was talking to someone out there earlier. This isn't usually a league where you just come in and play in your first 2 years, especially at O-line and D-line. Obviously, it takes a while to develop, to put on the weight, get the technique down. And you do see some of these guys play, 3-4 years. And obviously, each year they're probably going to get better and better. So, yeah, you obviously do see a lot of 4th, 5th, 6th-year guys in those starting roles in this league.
Well, how do you feel like you guys have played third down defense? How do you feel like that's gone, and what's the challenge for Minnesota, which is going to be a lot of third shorts or hopes?
Yeah, I think obviously we did decent last week against Chase Brown. I think there's definitely some plays that we wish we had back. Guys out of their gap maybe, D-line not getting enough knockback, stuff like that. But, yeah, like you said, obviously we got another challenge this week. We have the 24-hour rule. We watch the film and put it behind us and getting ready for Minnesota. So it'll be another challenge. Their O-line's good too, so it'll be a good challenge for us.
Mickey was talking about Jalen Weaver moving to the offensive line. I'm just curious from someone who's worked alongside him for a while, what's he been all about? What have you seen from him?
Yeah, I think that's his position at heart. He moves really well. He's an athletic guy. I think you give him a couple years at tackle, he'll be really, really good. So I think that was a good move by our staff. So I think he's liking it too over there, from what I've heard.
Why do you think that's his position in front?
Oh, I don't know. I just think that's a good question. I don't know. I think he's more just of a natural lineman than he is D lineman. He's 300 and however many pounds. He's high 300s. So I know they wish he was losing a little weight on the defensive line, but moving to the offensive line, and I guess we'll see how it works out. So.
What did he show you, during your time working with him on the defensive line?
Yeah, he's super athletic. Like you would see when we do sprints in the summer. I mean, he'd be right up there with everyone. Like the dude can move. If you've seen him in high school, he was a little bit skinnier, but he could move. He could really move. So he's just super athletic. And when you get an athletic tackle, those are going to be good guys if they can move, block. So I think he's got a good future there.
Colton will be playing the rest of the season without Nick at linebacker. How do you feel the first game?
Yeah, I think Nick is obviously a huge part of our defense. Big communicator, getting the stuff set and all that, the front set and everything. Luke's done a good job. He's kind of taken over that role of communication, but obviously our Ernest, Chris, all those guys, they've done a great job. I think they did a good job last game of stepping in when their numbers called. So, yeah, we're going to be without Nick for the rest of the season, so we're going to have to step up.
Colton, how do you guys feel about the pass rush the past couple weeks? Has Coach Bush kind of talked to you guys about getting after the quarterback a little more aggressively?
Yeah, I think maybe our pass rush, you haven't seen as many sacks as maybe you would like. I think that's for a couple different reasons. If you really digest these games, maybe there's not as many opportunities as people think to get sacks. Sometimes it'll be 3-step where you literally have 2 seconds to get to the quarterback, or maybe they'll be in max protection, stuff like that. So I think they're making it hard on us for sure. Other teams are. They're not just dropping back every play, and holding the ball. So.
Now that you've gotten to know Coach Joseph, since he talks to you guys every day now in the last few months, how much better do you feel like you know him now as opposed to maybe the start of the year? What are some maybe his best qualities that you feel he's brought to this position?
Yeah, I think Coach Joseph is a really good coach. He's really personable. He'll tell you what he likes, what he doesn't, what you need to do. And that's a good thing as a head coach, hearing from him maybe when you need to get going a little more or something like that. So I think he's done a really good job of really getting the team together. And as you've seen, we're not giving up or anything like that. So I think he's done a great job of leading us.
Not that you didn't know him when he was a position coach, but could you tell he made a concerted effort to really connect with the defensive guys just as much?
I mean, yeah, he's a real talkative guy. He'll go out of his way to talk to you. Even when he was the wide receivers coach, he'd still be a guy full of energy and like he is now. I mean, I wouldn't really say he's changed much. He's just kind of, taking on the leadership role of the whole team now. So he's done a great job.
The other side of the football, obviously, with Casey, but how does that injury and his uncertainty of his availability on Saturday affect you guys on defense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to be behind anyone who's going to be the quarterback, whether it's Chuba, Logan, whoever it is. So if Casey's down, he's down. We're gonna be fighting for whoever is out there. So.
You guys are, I think, 16-point underdogs at home against Minnesota. How does that sit with you? That's a big number. I know you don't care about it.
No, yeah, I mean, that's going to light a fire under us. I didn't really know that, but you just telling me that kind of fires me up. So we're going to practice hard this week, get ready for Minnesota, do everything we can to put ourselves in position to win this game.